Hello friends, welcome to Combat Competitive Classes. This is Manjiri and this video is from the series Quantitative Aptitude. This video is Number System Part 1. Now I will cover each and every point from this topic which can be asked in exams. So I assure you that after studying this topic, you will be able to solve any question from the topic number system with utmost accuracy. Also, there will be a doubt solving session after completion of this topic. After topic numbers, some students asked for the brief introduction of classification of numbers, which we are going to see in detail today. So, without further ado, let's begin. Let's see the classification of numbers. Now, let's start with easy terms that we know. Even numbers and odd numbers. Okay. See, we know even numbers are completely divisible by 2 and there are one of the numbers from this group 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. One of the number from this group at the unit place. Okay. Now, if we see this to the negative side, that is -2. Is -2 even number? Yes. -2 is also an even number irrespective of its sign. -4 and so on. Okay. Now, the numbers which are not present over here are nothing but our odd numbers. Now, 1, 3, 5 up to infinity. Similarly to the negative side, -1, -3, -5 up to negative infinity. So the even numbers are in the range of -infinity to -2, 0, 2 up to +infinity, and odd numbers range from -infinity to -3, -1, +1, 3 up to +infinity. Okay. Now, if I write these two groups together from -infinity to -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 up to infinity. If I write these two groups together, then these are called as integers. Okay. Now, these integers are further classified as positive integers and negative integers. Okay. Now, positive integers range from 1 to infinity. These are positive integers, and negative integers range from -1 to -infinity. Okay. 0 is neither positive nor negative. 0 don't have a sign. Okay. Now, there are two more terms that are used while asking the question. First one is non-negative integer. And second one is non-positive integer. Okay. Now, if I say non-negative, means the integers which are not negative. It includes 0, 1, 2 up to infinity. And non-positive integers means the integers which are not positive. It includes 0, -1, -2 up to infinity. Okay? Now, see, if I draw in number system 0, 1, 2 and so on. Okay. Here we write 1 right after 0. Okay. But there are a lot of numbers in between them. Like 0.1, 0.2. Okay. Now these numbers in between 0 and 1 are defined as real numbers. Real numbers. And real numbers include both rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay? Now, let's see rational and irrational numbers in detail. Real numbers, rational, irrational. Okay. Now, the rational numbers are in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. These are in the form of fraction. For example, we can write 0.2 as 2 by 10. So it is a rational number. We can denote integer 2 as 2 by 1. So it is also a rational number. Okay. The number which can be denoted in the form of P by Q are rational numbers. And irrational numbers are the numbers which cannot be represented in the form of P by Q. For example, √2, √3, etc. Okay. There are two more numbers, natural numbers, which are 1, 2, 3 up to infinity, and whole numbers. If we add 0 to natural numbers, we will get the whole numbers up to infinity. We know this. Okay. See, the numbers are complex numbers. These are divided into two types, real numbers and imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers are also called as non-real numbers. Okay? We have seen what are the real numbers. Now first let's see what are imaginary numbers. Okay. Suppose x square is equal to -1 is given. And if they ask the value of x, now we cannot find square root of negative number, then we denote this as I, which is nothing but our imaginary number. And these real numbers are classified as rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers are those which can be denoted in the form of P by Q. Then integers and fractions come under rational numbers. Integers, one of the example is 2 by 1, and fractions, one of the example is 2 by 10, come under rational numbers. And integers are further classified as positive and negative integers. We have seen this. And irrational numbers are those which cannot be written in the form of P by Q. For example, root 2, root 3. And one more example where students get confused is pi. See, you will say that pi is equal to 22 by 7. So it is a fraction. So it must be a rational number. But no, 22 by 7 is actually not the value of pi. We use it, we assume it while solving the problems only. Okay, so pi is an irrational number. Always remember. Now besides these, there are prime numbers. Okay. See, the numbers, prime numbers are the numbers which are divisible by 1 and that number itself. 1 and that number itself. Okay. Except 1. 1 is not a prime number. Smallest prime number is 2. Always remember, smallest prime number is 2. 1 is not a prime number. 1 is a composite number. There is, besides prime number, there are composite numbers too. Okay. All the natural numbers except prime number are composite numbers. Natural numbers are denoted by capital N. All natural numbers except prime numbers are composite numbers. 1 is a composite number. 2 is the smallest prime number. And there is one more fact one should remember. They might directly ask a question like number of prime numbers from 1 to 100. Total number of prime numbers from 1 to 100 are 25. There are about 25 prime numbers ranging from 1 to 100. There are about 15 prime numbers ranging from 1 to 50, and remaining 10 are from 51 to 100. Just remember this fact. It might come directly into the exam. And besides prime numbers and composite numbers, there are co-prime numbers. For co-prime numbers, we need two numbers. Let's see the example 2, 3 or 4, 9. So in the co-prime numbers, the HCF of two numbers is 1. Co-prime numbers can be any two natural numbers. See, it is not necessary that two numbers must be prime. Here 4 is not a prime number. Still 4 and 9 are co-prime numbers. So, any two natural numbers whose HCF is 1. What is HCF? Highest common factor. We will see highest common factor in detail in topic LCM and HCF. Okay. So, these are the co-prime numbers. And yeah, from the prime numbers, there is one question it can be asked, like find whether the given number is prime or not. Given number is prime or not? We can ask this question. Let's take one example, 141. Okay, now tell me whether 141 is prime number or not. See, whenever they ask you this, now take the perfect square just after the given number. The perfect square just after 141 is 144. Square root of 144 is 12. Now we will see if the number 141 is completely divisible by any one of the prime numbers less than 12. Okay, let me explain. See, here the prime numbers less than 12 are 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. Now we will see whether this 141 is divisible, completely divisible by any of these prime numbers. If it is completely divisible, then 141 is not a prime number, and if it is not divisible by any one of these numbers, then it is a prime number. See here, 141 is not divisible by 2. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6. Yes, 6 is a multiple of 3. So 141 is divisible by 3. Hence, 141 is not a prime number. Okay, I hope you get this. Okay, so let's stop here for today. Tomorrow in video number system part 2. We will see some remaining basic concepts and some basic numericals based on them. So guys, if you like this video, then like, share and comment in the comment box below. And if you are new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press bell icon beside it so that you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. So all the best and thanks for watching.